Hey YouTube, Electric Adventures here with quite a large package from Japan. This is come by sea freight. I'll just put it down on the ground, and I've already opened the or cut the outer wrapping, and it has an absolute bargain that I got from the Japanese auction sites. I'm going to pay $4 for this, so obviously the majority of this is the new cost of this is freight. There are some games along for a ride which I also got pretty cheap, and to help even it out, so they didn't increase the postage at all, so you average it out per item and it comes out quite well. It's a system that myself and a few other YouTubers have gotten back into. It's at the moment. I mean, I do already have a power one of these, but this is a Japanese one, and it is a boxed PlayStation DualShock. So original model, but obviously it's an NTSC J1. Now I've got a step down converter, so that's not a problem. And I will more than probably get a mod chip and either put it in this one or my power one. Yeah, just having a look. We actually have two. Which ones are they? So two of the original grey controllers. That one looks pretty clean. This one looks a little dirty, but the sticks feel alright. And inside we have, we've only got one piece of the polystyrene, but that's alright. And we have the system itself. It needs a little bit of a clean, dusty inside. It's, I mean, it was listed as tested and working. It is the, standard connector output one. And we have the parallel port on the side there. So just one piece of polystyrene, but other than that, that's pretty good. I don't have a lot of boxes for some of my systems. There's a bit of extra packing in there, which I'll leave in there to replace the polystyrene, and we have a power cord that'll go straight into my step down, and your standard AV cables. So I'm actually really pleased about getting that system. And I will more than likely, get a mod chip at some stage, and use that as my primary one for playing PlayStation games. I'll package that later. Right, but we have some other titles. Now I can't remember, because it's 2 months ago. This one actually took quite a while to come. Right, yes, I can see this first one. So this one I'm very happy about getting. And normally it goes for quite a bit of money, and it's in fantastic condition. So this is progresses my shoot 'em up collection. It's for the Famicom, and it's a very nice condition copy of Gradius 2, which I've never played on the NES. I take it the version would be identical to the Famicom one, so I'll be very interested to see what this is like, as long as I can get focus for you. There you go, screenshots look good. And Gradius 2 has always been one of the better games in the series, in the early ones, before you have some of the modern ones. Let's see what it's like inside. So inside we have our plastic cartridge, and we have our manual, and that looks in very good condition. Let's have a look at the cart, and that is in excellent condition. Okay. Oops, I don't want to damage that box. Next we have right, yes, that's right. Now this one I've missed out on several times because it tends to go for far too much money. But I suppose, you know, patience pay off. It's not as if they don't come up on a regular basis, so I really don't know why people pay as much as they do. But I didn't pay much for this one at all, so it's another one of the Capcom Generation titles, and it's number 2. And it's actually one of my favourite arcade games, so it has the... sorry, reflection of things. It has the Ghouls and Ghosts games on it. And I'm sure it's Ghouls and Ghosts and not Ghosts and Goblins, but we'll wait. I mean, not ever having played this variation, it'll be interesting. It does actually have a couple of games on it, so maybe it's got both. I don't know. This copy's a little scuffed in this thing, but there's no cracks or anything like that. We have the spine card. And the disc, bit fingerprinty, needs to be cleaned up, but I reckon that'll play very well. So a very welcome addition to the Saturn collection. Now our next one is a real cheapie that I got that I won't be able to play or not in this video because it's actually for the Turbo Duo, and it's Star Breaker. Now I'm not sure if it's a strategy or an RPG, it just looked interesting, and for a couple of bucks, you know, you can't resist a bargain like that. Hey, slight cut there, I have to go and take a daughter somewhere. But our light levels might be a little better now. Opening the next part of the package, and we switch systems again. And it's a couple of Mega Drive games. Now this first one is a shoot 'em up, and it's called Darwin 4081. I actually have the game that was made before this for the MSX. It's Darwin, another number, I can't remember now. Your ship evolves and de-evolves when you get hit, and the Mega Drive version is supposed to be quite good. I think I either saw Steve Benway or Dave Webster play this game. But obviously Japanese version, it's just got a little nibble down there, and inside we are looking very nice indeed. So that's another one of the Japanese Mega Drive shooters off my list. And, well, this is technically on the shooter list as well, and I've actually never played this game at all. I haven't played the PC Engine version or anything, and it is supposed to be a good game as well, and it's Super Thunderblade. So Japanese version. This one's in pretty good nick. It doesn't have the same tear. I've got stickers on the back which I have to take off. Looks like quite an interesting game. Instead of, and obviously it's a shoot 'em up, so of course I like those. Let's see what the inside's like. Okay, manual's a little ratty. Don't really care about that, but the cartridge looks in excellent condition. So I can't wait to play those two. So I haven't played those at all. Right, we have, oh yes, that's right. I got this pack of cables. I didn't want to pay too much for it, so it actually took me a little while to win a set without paying more than a couple of dollars, because all I really wanted was another power cord. Because when I got my my Saturn off Luke Morse, he didn't have any spare power cords, so I borrowed the power cord from my Dreamcast. So that's all I really needed, was a Japanese plug to go into my step-down converter for one of the other things, so I can leave them plugged in. And as a bonus, we get a very dirty, but another PlayStation 2 AV cable. Always good having some spare AV cables. It looks like there's a couple more items in here. Cardboard box games, okay. Ooh, I can't remember how much I paid for this. I don't think it'd be very much, but it's Ogre Battle 64 for Nintendo 64. I've never played it. I've never heard of it before. I will say I actually watched Happy Console Gamer's strategy game video just yesterday actually, and I think he mentioned this one, so never know, hopefully I'll be able to work it out. I'll be a bit of fun. And inside we've got the cartridge. Manual's a little dog-eared, but it's there and everything's there. So another complete Nintendo 64 game. Actually done quite well on getting the Japanese version of things. And the last few titles are Nintendo 64 and other ones that I got cheap. I know nothing about them. This one has a fantastic cover though. So this is Wonder Project J2. It's a nice anime. Oh, come on, camera, behave. There we go. I want to be able to see that drawing because that's fantastic. I don't know anything about the game. It may be too Japanese text heavy. I don't care. It's got some lovely visuals in it. It'll just be nice having a bit of a look and seeing what it's like. And I won't be too upset if I can't figure it out. The box is in like mint condition, like it's never been opened. Looks like it may have had a memory card at some stage, and it looks like it's never been opened. It's even got the sticker here and everything else. It's got all of the warning things, and the manual looks like it's never been flipped through, so I'm very impressed. So maybe that's why I got so cheap, because it's missing the memory card, but I'm sure that's all it is. It's just a memory card. That's actually probably what that says down there. Nintendo ones don't generally tell you. And this is another game. Oh, I'm struggling to remember the name of this one. Okay, unknown name. A game that I'll have to put a flashing up title to tell you what it is. But once again, it's got a pretty cool cover, and it looks like a a walk around action type game anyway. So we should be able to play this one. It may take me a little bit to figure out what in the world is going on. This box is a little ratty, but once again, I'm not overspending on these ones. You're looking at less than $10 for each of these Nintendo 64 titles, definitely, because they're not what I call primary titles. Cartridge is in excellent condition, and the manual's pretty good. Look, it's a Konami game too, so if I ever decided I wanted to collect all the Konami games. Now I do believe we are done. So there's a lot of things there. We've got a few gameplays to go through. One game we won't be able to play, but lots to look forward to there. So we better get on with it so this video doesn't get too long like my videos normally do. Right, so the PlayStation works fine. And by the way, this is my only Japanese PlayStation game. So the Konami Antiques Collection. Music play for a short time. So these are the games on it. So we've got Konami's Boxing, Kung Fu, Ping Pong, Road Fighter, Sky Jaguar, Hyper Sports 2, Monkey Ranger, which is excellent, the original Gradius, Antarctic Adventure, and Gradius 2. I'll just do something simple, just to show. For those who are familiar with MSX, it's pretty similar. The colours are a little off, that's all I'll say. And if I mute the music parts in this, you understand. So the idea of this game is to get to the end of the course as quickly as you can, and you collect bonuses as you go. And as you can see, I'm rubbish at it. Now you can press both of the top buttons like that, and you go back to the menu. Antarctic Adventure much because we'll get done by music, and I'm not sure about Road Fighter. They all have music. They're all very, very well made, and this is quite a good fun game. Always like playing this one. You're going to get through the courses. bump into the thing, and you've got to press in the opposite direction, and you'll get out of the skid, and you get a bonus for how much fuel you have. Watching bonuses, so it's pretty easy, but it's graphically quite nice. But as I said, the colours are not quite right. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's look at the actual games I've got in this pickup as well. Right, so here we go with Gradius 2, which I'm quite interested to see what it's like on the Famicom/NES. We'll just go for the classic options. I mess up there immediately. That's close. It's quite colourful. Whoa. Wasn't actually expecting that. Ah! All that. If it wasn't obvious. That one. Ah, yeah, you got to be careful around these suns. That was a terrible demonstration of Gradius 2, but I'm liking the look of this this game quite a bit. Ah. Oh, it's quite fast. I'm having a little trouble adjusting. Oh. I'm out of practice, aren't I? And I go straight into it. Alright, we've got a lot of games to get through. That looks really good. And speech samples and all. So, been looking forward to getting this one for a while, because as I said, never played on this in Famicom. It looks a very good version. So I'll be playing more of this one most definitely. I obviously need to, get back into practice. I've actually played Gradius 2 for quite a while. Alright, let's try our next title. A nice little intro. We have Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts, but it's Capcom Classics, or Capcom Generation, disc number 2. Little intro. Yeah, Capcom Generation 2. Nice. Alright, let's see what's on here. Title select. Okay, so we have 3 different games. Cool. Let's see what we got first. Get my entry screen again. Okay, this looks like Ghosts and Goblins. This is the one I played in the arcades. Or Ghouls and Ghosts. Oh, I didn't want the fireballs. Oh god, that was close. You've got to be very quick. I've died. So that's very cool. So you've got the original Ghosts and Goblins. I'm not sure. These games generally you have trouble going back to the menu without resetting. Oh, there we go. I worked it out. It's one of the extra buttons. So, obviously a little bit of loading. Oh, we're back to there. So we quit the game. Now we exit. Main menu. Go back to the main menu. Not 100% sure whether those meet the other games. Okay. Second title. So that's the thing, I didn't know there was 3. Capcom intro. So, as I said, I've never played the Ghouls and Ghosts arcade game, so I'm taking, or assuming that's what this one is. We go riding off, and there's a castle. Alright, we'll get into it. Makarura. I'm sure that's Ghouls and Ghosts. No, this is a different, or is this the intro sequence? The only other one I have is actually the Master System one, and I'm sure it doesn't have all this intro stuff, so if it is Ghouls and Ghosts. Well, there we go. So Ghouls and Ghosts. So I wonder. So from pause, we go quit. That's good. So at least you don't have to reset the whole machine to go back to the menu. So now I'm interested to see what the third game is. Can I go straight there? Yeah, I thought so. So there we go. You don't have to go all the way back to the menu. So what is this game? So there must have been another game, a sequel to. Is it Ghouls and Ghosts 2, or I really don't know. Got a bit of an intro sequence. Lots of greenery. And another castle again. Right, it must be Ghouls and Ghosts 2, I suppose. We may not get too carried away. So it's Cho Maker Maru. I have never played this one, so bonus. Always like the same music. Yeah, it's not getting a bit long. Yeah, completely different map that I'm used to. So you've got to go down and then you've got to go up. Must admit, I do have that Ghouls and Ghosts collection on the PSP, but I've probably haven't played it for a while. Oh, there you go. You can climb them. Okay. Now I know that. Oh, I'll go back. Like that. Okay. Whoa. Go for the fire. Now I've got blue fireballs, which is probably a very bad idea. And I'm dead. Well, that's pretty cool, so bonus game. Alright, we better move on to the next title, as much as I'd love to sit here and just play this. Okay, this should be interesting. Super Thunder Blade, which I have never played. So, yeah, interesting to see how I go. Nice little intro sequence. I haven't played a Mega Drive game for a little while. I've actually been playing that Granada X that I got a little while ago, and I haven't quite got back to Strider, but I do enjoy Strider as well. Okay, I'm getting used to this. So it's a bit Space Harrier-like, and I have died already. Awesome. Oops, crashed the building. But it's got pretty good oh, don't move quick enough. Game over already. Oh, seriously, we have to have we have to try and have another go at that, sorry. That was pathetic. We'll get straight through the cutscenes though. That just pauses. Primary weapon. Oops, well, I'm gone already. Oops, what was it? What hit me then? My goodness. Take it. Got some guided missiles that I'm firing as well as my cannon shot. Oops, and a tree got me. Yeah, well, it's quite good because it's, you know, Space Harrier-like, but obviously, yeah, I'm not very good at it. Not having very good examples of gameplay this time round. Alright, let's try the next one. Here's Darwin 4081, the sequel to the MSX game, which I didn't look up, stupidly. So we've got some auto fire. So it's a vertical scrolling shooter. Right, and you collect things and your ship evolves. Oh yeah, you can bomb ground targets as well like that. So there we go. It's obviously, you know, quite more advanced than the MSX version. The MSX game wasn't particularly well implemented, really. Just checking whether I can blow anything up on the surface there. So if you get hit, you devolve, so you lose some of your abilities, which I think I've accidentally done. Oh, and you can, you know, if you go back far enough, you can power-ups in a row there. I'm just not familiar enough with the game to know the power-ups or any of the patterns, of course. This is the first time I've played it. But it's not too hard, you know. You get used to the different enemies. You have one you can only kill when he comes out of his shell, and you've got to watch the firepower. During me. Better just have a bit more of a continue. Oh, it's pumped us up and power a bit. It's just, you know, with these sort of games, it's just getting used to the controls and the enemy types. And you're quite a big ship, as you notice. And the backgrounds are quite busy. You've got your sight thing here, which is actually a little distracting. I keep on wanting to dodge it, my natural reaction, because I think it's a bullet. See, look, there's a bullet. Okay, so that de-evolved me. Which is probably what I didn't want. Now we re-evolve. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you can collect ones that go backwards. So since I've never played it before, it's a bit hard for me to know which ones evolve the ship and which ones. Oops. Oh. Ah, got two hits, right. Ah. At least, you know, it doesn't leave you with nothing. Your ship moves fairly slowly though, so you have to be very careful. And I died again. And game over. Look, I definitely need some more practice, but that's actually not a bad vertical scrolling shoot 'em up. So looking forward to playing that one some more. Obscure one. I'm sure it was Steve Benway that I saw play this reasonably recently. Well, probably would have been about 2 months ago because that's when I think it popped up. Alright, let's try the next title. Here we go with, I think it's Goromon by Konami. We have two options here. We'll just go with the first one. First one, not sure what that's saying. Second one, usually we work these things out by trial and error. So Goromon's appeared in a few games in the past for other systems. But I'm probably going to struggle to play this. We'll see how we go. Nice little intro. Town with lots of characters. Japanese characters, so we've obviously done something wrong, we'll run away. We'll skip this bit. Okay, so we have a 3D jump. There. Okay, oh yeah, that one selects weapons. Stairs. Well, it's got nice music. May have to look up a guide on the net. That's so weird. It's pretty silly getting stuck in the first thing. I mean, I'm obviously doing something wrong. Oh, okay, change characters. Nope. Yes, it's a like cooperative game. But I'm not sure what I'm doing, so I'll have to look it up and have another go. But yeah, novelty value. You can't complain for a boxed N64 title for a couple of bucks. Alright, let's try the next one. Go J2, Wonder Project. Get straight into it, but obviously. Okay. E-Enix. Givro. The cover art's worth it alone. Looks like a very well drawn. And the title. So we're having a bit of dialogue here. Can't seem to fast it up, but it's okay. So a couple of locations. Bit of a 3D look at our environment. So this could be a pure adventure game and I'm not going to be able to get very far. But that's okay. I will say my third daughter's doing quite well in Japanese at school, so this may actually be something that she could play. She's actually been writing some kanji, so. There are some guides for figuring some of these things out too. I do like the animation style, it's actually quite nice. But yeah, I've had a lot of games to look at, so I'm going to have to leave it till later. So one more game to go. Here we go with Ogre Battle, which is supposed to be a nice tactics-based game. They said I have been quite impressed with the Nintendo 64 Japanese releases I've got so far. So many games that I've never even knew came out for the Nintendo 64. Which is always a pity because I had one from new. And I'm sure I would have enjoyed a lot of these games, but oh, I get to enjoy them now. Hope to have the time to play all of them though, that's the thing. Constantly can't put enough time into them. So a bit of entry stuff we need to get through, a bit of entry story. Very nice graphics. Okay, yeah, well, sorry, I haven't been able to figure that out just from a bit of mucking around. I'll have to look something up. So, as I said, some very obscure Nintendo 64 games from Japan there, but they're all boxed and in good condition, and ones to have a play with later, and I paid virtually nothing for them. So, they were just box padding and, I suppose, shelf padding for the moment. But I hope you've enjoyed these pickups and the gameplays. Thanks to all my subscribers, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.